Okay. Test mic 1 2. 1 2 test mic. Just testing my setup kung okay. All right. Yeah, a pleasant afternoon, everyone. This is Sir Ivan, De La Salle University, Dasmariñas High School, distance learning. Um, so, ang lesson natin for today is about Java JDBC, CRUD, or create, retrieve, update, and delete using JDBC. So this lesson is going to help you learn how to do basic database operations using JDBC or Java Database Connectivity API. This CRUD operation are equivalent to insert, select, update, and delete statement and SQL language. Although the target database system is MySQL, but the same technique can be applied for other database system, okay, as well because the query syntax used by standard SQL, which is supported by all relational database systems. So, ibig sabihin, kahit ibang SQL, okay, SQL related databases, ang gamitin nyo, ganito pa rin yung ating program techniques. Okay? So, we will learn how to insert, query, update, and delete the database record by writing code and manage record of table employee. Okay, in my SQL database called EmployeeDB. So, tuturuan ko kayo ngayon, di ba, the previous lessons that we do have is tinuruan ko kayo ng SQL, basic SQL. Okay, right now, I tend to more practical approach yung gagawin natin when it comes to the CRUD functionalities in Java. So the learning outcomes, of course, we need to learn how to do the basic database operations. So yung CRUD, yung retrieve, yung update and delete using the Java database connectivity. So the table of contents of this presentation is one, we must discuss ano yung mga prerequisite, ano yung mga kailangan nyo before you can connect, you can create, or you can code this lesson. So then, creating a MySQL database, ito na-discuss na natin in the previous lessons. Kung matatandaan nyo, or kung hindi nyo tanda, i-revisit nyo yung lesson natin when it comes to creating MySQL databases and MySQL table. Then, of course, design a graphical user interface. This one, I already asked of you to do the graphical user interface, but in this lesson, gagawin natin siya from the scratch. So, para masundan nyo. Then, we will have, we need to add dependency libraries. Ano yung mga dependency libraries that we need to be able to have a connections, database connections through our NetBeans. Then, understand the main JDBC interfaces and classes. We will be discuss this in depth kung ano-ano yon. So, mas maigi kasing i-discuss natin in depth so that pag nagko-code kayo, alam nyo kung para saan yon. Then, of course, we will be connecting to the database through code. Then, discuss natin ano yung show table functions, add function, edit function, and delete function. Lahat ng yan, may equivalent yan sa SQL na SQL statement. So, later on, we will be discussing one by one. Okay? Next. So, the prerequisite of these lessons, of course, we do need to have a Java NetBeans. Okay? Mas okay kung latest version. Okay? So, kung wala pang Java NetBeans sa bahay, you may download it, then install it. Madali naman siyang i-install. So, you just need to go netbeans.org, download the installation software, tapos doon, pwede nyo nang magamit yung Java. From there, pwede nyo na magamit yung Java NetBeans. Then, another is, in this lesson, mas gagamitin natin yung SAMP. So, meron din tayong separate na lesson how to install SAMP. So, hindi na ako gumawa ng tutorial video noon. Madami naman online o sa YouTube how to install in your platform. Kasi sa akin, meron for Windows, meron pang Mac, meron din pang Linux. So, depende sa inyo kung ano yung gamit yung operating system. Then, pwede din kung ayaw ninyong SAMP, medyo technical kayo, you may also want to download MySQL Workbench. Ito purely kasi si SAMP may kasama pa siyang ibang programming language, PHP, ginagamit. SAMP is a web server. Yung MySQL Workbench, it is an interface to manage MySQL lang. Okay? So, yung SAMP kasi parang siyang web server. Ito, yung Workbench is MySQL lang yung minamanage niya. Okay? So, another is we do need to have the JDBC or Java Database Connectivity driver for MySQL. So, sa lesson natin later on I will be posting the links. Itong mga links na to. Okay? So, then you need to extract the zip file to be able to get the MySQL Java MySQL connector Java, you may bin.jar. Okay? Sometimes may kasama siyang ganito yung format niya. So, MySQL connector Java, then the version, then bin.jar. Basta ang palatandaan natin ay bin.jar. Okay? So, yun lang yung kailangan natin. Then, another dependency or what you call this library that we need to have is the rs2xml.jar. Okay? So, later on, I will be discussing para saan to. I will be posting this also to our school book account. Okay? Para hindi na kayo maghahanap pa. So, lahat ng kailangan nyo, I will be posting in our school book. Okay? Next, in creating a sample MySQL database, okay, actually, it's employee database. Okay? So, ito yung table structure niya. Table structure. So, first is to have customer ID. Okay? This will be the primary key. Okay? Primary key of our record that has integer data type that has 11. Okay? Then, ito ay naka-auto increment. Okay? Naka-auto increment. Ibig sabihin, pwede na nating hindi tayo mag-enter ng customer ID, magdadagdag lang siya na magdadagdag. So, later on, makikita nyo, in our SQL statement, hindi ko na ginagala yung customer ID kasi auto-increment naman siya. So, kada new record, meron siyang unique customer ID. Then next is field name na name. Okay? So, name. So, this one is an employee's name. So, in my format, surname first, then followed by the first name. Okay? So, hindi ko na sa mga examples ko, hindi na ako naglagay ng middle name or middle initial. Pero, pwede naman maglagay. Then, barcar, ang data type, that has a maximum of 250 characters. Okay? Then, age field, barcode, ang size niya 3. So, yung 250 pala dito ay size. Then, this one is 3. So, 3 digits. Okay? So, maximum na yung nilagay ko. Then, dun sa another is address as text. So, yung address, pwedeng kumpletuhin yung address. I assume that you can input the complete address, okay, of the employee. Then, we do have the field for salary. Sir, bakit ang data type niya ay barcar? Hindi siya integer. So, kasi sa akin, when I code, iniisip ko kung kailangan ko ba siyang meron bang mathematical operation na kailangan kong gawin. Okay? Then, also, pwede ko naman siyang i-convert into integer doon programmatically. So, hindi ko na kailangan doon sa database. So, kasi minsan nagkakaroon ng error kung iba yung ma-input natin. Okay? So, kaya barcar na lang. Then, size na 10. Then, dito, pwede siya, yung name, age, and address, and salary, dapat siya ay pwedeng null. Okay? Pwedeng walang input. Okay? So, to do this, I will be showing you how to do this in two ways. One is going to phpMyAdmin, then second, SQL. Through SQL. So, ito yung SQL syntax. Okay? To do the table structure of the employees. Okay? So, this one is also discussed in other lessons that we do have in creating tables naman. Okay? So, next is okay. So, gawin muna natin yung database. So, So, kailangan meron tayong phpMyAdmin. But before that, okay? So, from scratch pala tayo. Sorry. Okay. So, you need to launch the SAM control. Upon installation of the SAM, you need to launch the SAM control panel. So, you need to start. So, ganyan yan pag nilaunch nyo. Okay? Then, you need to start the Apache and MySQL. Okay? So, kasi yan yung kailangan natin to be able to access the phpMyAdmin through our browser. Okay? Next is, okay? So, by default, ito yung magiging screen. First screen natin. Okay? So, to create a database, go to databases, then create the database. Okay? A while ago, I created already a database, employee DB. Okay? Okay. Next is, we need to create a table. So, you need to create a table. Paano yon? Makikita nyo dito, may create table. You just need to input the username, the table name, then the number of columns that you need to have. So, in our case, in our table structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 field or column. So, change this into 5. Okay. Once you go, this one, kasi meron na. So, okay. So, try natin, employee lang. Then, go. So, ito yung magiging, magiging itsura. Next is, first is, you need to create customer ID. So, type to customer ID. Then, integer na lang to. Then, auto-increment. Primary, then auto-increment. Then, ito, click go. Next, name. Then, barcar. Then, 250. Then, allowed null. Next, address. Then, text. Then, leave it blank yung length. Then, allowed null. Next is age. Then, barcar 3. Then, allowed null. Next is salary. So, barcar 10. Then, allowed null. Okay. Then, once you're done, review nyo muna. Once done, click save. So, yon. So, this will be our table structure. Okay. Next, in here, pwede na kayong mag-insert ng through here. Pwede na kayong mag-insert ng initial data. Okay. So, but in our case, we need to use the program use Java NetBeans or programmatically natin mag-add. So, yung kaninang ginawa ko, meron na siya. Ayan. May data na ako, initial data. Okay? Pero ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Pag nakagawa na kayo, mag-insert kayo. Pag nakagawa ka ng table structure, mag-insert na kayo agad ng initial data para kasi kailangan natin yon in our in the show table data. Okay? So, next. So, how to create this through SQL. So, go to phpMyAdmin, then on the SQL tab, pwede ka dito pwede mo i-type ito. Okay? Ibig sabihin, programmatically or SQL script will create a table for you. Okay? Pero dapat bihasakan na sa SQL scripting. Okay? Pero mas maganda, kung for this lesson purpose, pwede na yung ginawa natin kanina. Okay? So, okay. Next. So, again, there are two ways. One is through the graphical user interface of phpMyAdmin. Then, second is through SQL scripts. Next is we need to design graphical user interface, something like this. Okay? Ito, hindi nyo na kailangan, siguro kung nakagawa na kayo ng nung ating previous assessment, okay, pwede nyo lang kunin na lang. Okay? Tapos yun na lang yung i-edit nyo. Okay? So, in my case, I need to create new. Sorry. Okay. A new graphic user interface. Okay. So, first is I need to drop and drag a panel. Drop and drag a panel. Then, the first button, which is button. Okay. This one, we should rename this as exit. Then, sometimes may ibang mga programmer ay idadrag niya lahat muna yung mga component na kailangan bago niya i-rename. Sa akin, upon dragging it and dropping it, okay, ini-edit ko na para hindi ko na siya makalimutan later on. Kasi mamaya, madami ng buttons, okay, baka makalimutan ko siya i-rename. Okay? Next, we need to have labels. Okay, so label. Okay. 5. Okay. Because 5 yung field natin. So, 5 label. Then, of course, 5 text field. Okay. So, medyo matagal itong pagde-design natin. So, in your case, hindi na. Kasi, kung meron na kayong napasa na or na-design na graphical user interface from our previous assessment, hindi nyo na gagawin to. Okay. Next is buttons. Okay. Sa loob dapat ng panel. Okay. So, button for edit text. Add button for btn add. Then follow nyo lang yung naming convenience natin para hindi kayo malito sa program natin. So dito I change the variable for the first button, the second button as button btn add. Then this one is btn edit. Then edit the text, edit. Then edit. Then another button for delete. Okay. Change variable btn delete. Then last button is new. Pagkasahin na lang natin para hindi masyadong so edit. edit, new, Okay. Change variable btn. Okay. Next is, so ayusin natin. So liliitan ko lang. Next is, we need to have a table. JTable. Okay. So, this one, edit text, customer, cost ID, this is edit text name, edit text, age, address, sorry, age, address, and salary. Okay. So, for those people that seeing this in a live stream, okay, so don't you worry kung naka-record naman itong video na to. I'll also upload it to my YouTube channel and also to our school book. So, those who miss this live stream can replay it through our school book and also to my YouTube channel. I will be also sharing the link. Okay. So, okay. So, medyo similar na siya doon sa atin na una. Okay. If we can. So, ganyan siya. So, yung ating kailangan ay ito daw. Okay. So, medyo similar naman siya. Okay. Don't you worry, this one, hindi nyo na kailangan siyang i-edit kasi automatically this one will populate from our database. Okay. So, ito yon yung mga yan. Okay. So, from the header, then the data. Okay. So ay wala pa. Okay. So, next is, first thing, okay, is, let's program first yung madadali muna nating i-program. Okay? Ang madali nating mapoprogram dito ay yung exit at yung new kasi wala pa yung SQL. Okay? So, what we need to do is to right click, then events, then action perform. Okay. Oh. Alright. Here. Okay. So, yung code here. So, this one, I think naturo ko na, system that exit, then 0. Ay, sorry. And next is the new button, action perform. Okay. Sa new, okay, sir, bakit yung new ay walang yung new button ay walang SQL statement? Okay. Remember, yung new button is something similar with the clear. Ibig sabihin, we just need to, pag kinilik natin yung new button, okay, yung new button, ibig sabihin, mag-i-insert tayo or mag-i-enter tayo ng panibagong record. So, logically, kapag kinilik ito, i-clear niya lang lahat. Okay? I-clear niya lang lahat yung content ng text field. Okay? So, how to do this is, tignan ko muna kung na-change ko na. Hindi pa. txt id, I think. Then, txt name, txt age, txt address, then txt salary. Okay. So, once we click this or right click, then events, action, perform. Okay. So, in here, we just need to have something similar with the clear. So, txt id dot set text to empty. Then txt name dot set text, okay, empty. So txt age dot set text to, then address dot set text, okay, empty, and txt, okay, salary dot set text, empty. Okay, so let's try. So nasaan siya? So let's try to run. Okay, let's see if this is running. Okay, so ganito yung itsura ng ating user interface. Okay, sorry, na-resize ko. Okay, so this one, Permanejo, Ivan, next age is 37. I live at San Francisco. Ito, hindi ko nakukompletuhin, baka mapuntahan ako. Sarat lang. Okay, San Francisco, General 3S. Cavite. Then so example lang, 20,000. Okay, mas mababa pa dyan. Chok. Okay, so kapag pinindot natin ang add, dapat mag-a-add siya, magre-reflect dito. Kapag may binago tayo with this one, inedit na, pag kinilik natin edit, magre-reflect din dito. The same, pag dinelete, pag nag-enter tayo ng customer ID, delete natin, i-delete niya rin sa database and through the table. Then sa new, okay, kunyari, we need to click new. Once we click new, magki-clear lang siya. Okay, so working yung code. Then of course, test natin to yung exit para mag-exit. Okay, so working lahat. Next, okay, So, the next step, kung meron na tayong UI, next is the add dependency libraries. So, eventually, in your case, wala pa itong dalawang to. Kasi na-add ko na kanina. So, what you will do is, you need to have the two jar file, okay, as our dependency library, yung MySQL connector Java, then the version, then bin.jar, then rs2xml.jar. So, once you click open, mag-a-add yan dito. Okay? Ganun lang. Next, you need to browse, hanapin kung saan. Sa akin, para mas madali kong mahanap, lagi sa desktop ko nilalagay. Okay? So, yung dalawang yan ang kailangan natin. We need to add in our libraries. Okay? Next. Then, understand the main Java database connectivity interfaces and classes. Okay. This one, okay, should be added in our source. Okay. So we need to input all of those dependency libraries or interfaces in our class, in our code. Okay. Later on, i-add natin siya. But we need to discuss first what are these interfaces and classes. Okay. So first is the connection. Para saan yung java.sql connection? Bakit natin kailangan i-import? Okay. Okay. Connection. This interface represents an established database connection or session from which we can create statements to execute queries, retrieve results, and get metadata about the database and close connection, etc. So, to be able to establish database connectivity in Java, we need to have this interface. Okay, we need to include or we need to import this interface in our Java program. Next is driver manager. This class, it's a Java class. This is used to register driver for a specific database. Okay, for example, MySQL. Okay, so we need to register the MySQL to our connection, and to establish database connection with the server via get connection method. Then we do have prepared statement. Okay, statement and prepared statement. These interfaces are used to execute static SQL query and parameterize SQL query respectively. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, to be able to execute yung statement ay kailangan natin to be able to execute static SQL query. Then, the prepared statement is we need to parameterize SQL's query. So, ibig sabihin, statement is super interface of the prepared statement interface. Okay? So, yung mga commonly used methods, okay? So, we do have Boolean execute string. So, int execute update. Then, execute result set execute query. Okay? So, yung execute a general SQL statement. It returns true if the query returns result set, false if the query returns an update and update count or returns nothing. This method can be used with the statement only. Int execute update. Okay. So execute an insert update and delete statement and returns an update account indicating the number of rows affected. So for example, one row inserted or two rows updated. Okay. Then result set execute query. So execute a select statement and returns result set object which contains the results returned by the query. So kapag insert, update, and delete, ang ginagamit natin ay execute update. Kapag select statement, ang ginagamit natin or dapat natin gamitin ay execute query. Okay? So a prepared statement is one that contains placeholder in form of question marks. For dynamic values will be set a runtime. For example, we do have select asterisk from users where user ID is equal to question mark. Okay. So later on, I'll explain it further through the code. Okay. Next, here the value of the user ID is parameterized by question mark and will be set by one of the set methods from the prepared statement interface. So, result set meaning contains the table data returned by select query. Use this object to iterate over rows in the result set using the next method. Itong result set na to, ito yung kailangan natin to be able to generate or to fetch the data from our database to our Java table. Okay, later on, discuss natin. SQL exception, this check exception is declared to be thrown by all the above methods. So we have to catch these exceptions explicitly when calling the above classes and methods. So, SQL exception, gagamitin natin to dun sa try and catch. Then, J option pin, this interface used for pop-up notification. So, gagamitin natin yung J option pin to be able to notify the user that if it is successfully added or if it has an error. Okay. Then, of course, we do have Java utilities. This class is for converting RS to XML format for our Java table. Okay. So, lahat ng to ay kailangan natin i-import. Later on, I will be showing you how. Okay. So, connecting to the database table. Okay. So, this one, okay. So, public class customer ID, hindi nyo na kailangan i-type this one. Kasi meron na tayo niyan doon sa ating what you call this? Sa ating source program. Then also this one, public customer UI, meron na yan. Ito na lang yung connection, prepared statement, and result set, and show table data. Okay, to do that, so, go to NetBeans. Okay, nasan yung ating NetBeans? Ito yan, sinasabi ko. So, meron na tayo. So, declare connection. Then, con is a user-defined. Depende na sa inyo kung ano yung gusto nyo. Then, initially, we need to initialize as null. Then, kung mapapansin nyo, magkakaroon siya ng line. Okay. Red line. Okay. Ibig sabihin may error. So, what you need to do is, ano yung error niya? Cannot find the symbol. So, to be able to, okay. So, ang gagawin nyo lang dito, we need to import. Ito yung sinasabi na ko kanina. So, instead of typing here, pwede namang i-type nyo na agad. Pero sa akin kasi, mas okay sa akin yung i-add ko siya. Hanggat hindi ko siya, tatype ko, tapos i-add ko na lang later on. Para hindi ko nakakalimutan. Okay? Next. Sorry. Next is wait. I forgot the code. Okay, punta lang ako sa lesson. Okay, so welcome doon sa mga ngayon lang nakaka-view ng aking tutorial. We are discussing right now a Java JDBC CRUD functionalities. Okay. Okay. So sit back and relax. Don't worry. This live stream is recorded, so later on I will be uploading this in my YouTube channel and also in our school book. Okay. So next statement or code is prepared statement, then user defined, okay, then initialized by null value. Okay. Bakit natin ginagawa ito? Para paikliin lang. Instead of typing the whole word connection, parang pinaikli lang natin siya. Then, the same thing with this one, prepared statement. Then, add import for JDBC prepared statement. Then, kung mapapansin nyo, nag-a-add siya automatically. Then, result set rs. So, user define yung rs, then null. Then, error alert, add import. Okay, so, yan. Next. So, this one, so, show table, data. Okay. So, dito, hindi to magki-create tayo. Magki-create tayo ng public class. Okay? Instead of import. Okay? Public class na show method. So, this one is a public class method, show table. We use this to populate our Java table. So, sa akin, we can place this right after the generated code. Okay. Public class public void show table data. Okay. So, let me review. Anong kinaibahan ng public void sa private void? Okay? Sino makakapag sabi nun? Okay, just comment in the comment section of this live stream. So, ang makakasagot, may cupcake. Charot lang. Okay. So, public void kasi ay yung show table data, we will be accessing this or we will be calling this one in every action perform of our action perform or function CRUD functionalities of our program. Ibig sabihin, bawat pindot natin ng insert, update, delete, we need to update or fetch what is the current data con, current data na nasa database natin. Okay? To do that, okay, so, ang gagamitin natin sa show table ay select statement. Okay? So, first is we need to declare a string data type. So, yung SQL natin. So, SQL is user defined. Then, select statement. Select asterisk from what is from the table name. So, in our case, it is the employee. Then, establish the connection. So, con is equal to the connection. Then, driver manager. Take note of the case sensitivity of our case sensitivity of the Java code. Kasi pag nagkamali ka ng case ay mag-error. So next is this one, we do have a parameter. Okay? So we will have the second one. Kung mapapansin nyo, we do have string URL properties info, string URL, string user, string password. So, ang gagamitin natin ay yung second one, yung string URL and password. Ano yon? Okay? So, first is, we do have the URL connection of our database. Kung nasaan natin ma-access yung database. So, in our case, so, JDBC, sorry, this should be enclosed kasi string siya. Enclosed with double quotation, JDBC, colon, MySQL, okay, colon, then, localhost, slash, what will be the localhost. Sometimes, you need to declare the port number that your phpMyAdmin is using or your web server is using. Saan natin makikita yan? Makikita natin doon sa control panel at ports. Yung MySQL natin, ito yung port na ginagamit, 3306. Then, the database name, employee DB. Then, separated by comma. Then, what is the user? The username. By default, ang pwede natin gamitin na username is yung root. Then, yung password niya, empty lang. Okay. Next. Okay, may error. So, may error. Tingnan natin. So, throw clause, Java SQL exception. Okay. Ito yung sinasabi ko. We need to have a try and catch. Okay. Catch. Then, okay. Yung iba, alam ko na. Yung iba kasi, sorry. Try and catch. Yan. Okay. Ito kasi ito, pinapalitan ko to ng J option. Para nakikita ko kung J option pane that option pane show message show message dialog Okay. So, this one is null lang. Null. Then, EX. Ibig sabihin nito ay kapag merong error within the try, okay, the try code block, ipapop up niya kay user. Okay. Next. This one, automatically, yan, inad na natin. Kanina. Next is PST is equal to prepared statement, then con dot prepare. Okay, so prepare statement, ito, then SQL. Next is RS for the result set, PST, then execute query. Ay. Next. Okay. Next line of code, I forgot something. Hindi ko ni-rename yung variable na to. So, yung for the table. TBL for table employee. Employee dot set model, then new name ay TBL, employee. Then back to the source. So this one, TBL employee, so table employee dot set model, then DB utilities dot result set, then RS. Okay. Next. So, kung mapapansin nyo, habang tina-type nyo siya, automatically nag-a-add. Yan, yung import. Okay. Next. Okay. Next is okay. So, tingnan ko muna kung kompleto na ako ng code. Okay. So, okay. So, this concludes the show table code block. Okay. Tanggalin ko lang yung may extra spaces. Alright. So, kailangan natin siya i-call. Okay. Copy. Ay, sorry. Then alright. Next. Okay. So this is the public class show table data. So ito ay lagi nating Kailangan to sa lahat ng ating functions. Okay? Next is add. So events, action, action perform. Okay. So I hope everyone, before we continue, I hope everyone is okay. So we are in our distant learning mode in Java programming. Okay. So our add function, so we need to insert new record in add function. We need to insert new record into the table employees, okay, with our user interface. Okay, to do that, so kapareho ng SQL ng show table data. Okay, so ako kina-copy paste ko na lang to. Copy paste, then paste it in here. Kasi yung iba dito ay i-edit ko na lang later. Okay? Para hindi na ako magta-type ulit. Okay? So, string SQL. So, in add action perform or our button for add, this is for the SQL to execute, okay, to execute insert statement. So, insert into, okay, may technique akong ituturo sa inyo. Para hindi nyo makalimutan yung insert into SQL statement, ganito yung ginagawa ko. Okay? I go to the SQL. Then, nakikita nyo yung mga yan. Okay? So, once you press this, ibibigay niya yung SQL syntax. Okay? Katamaran no? Pero hindi. Technique yon. Technique to be able to, okay, para hindi natin makalimutan or madali natin matandaan o technique para hindi na natin ita-type ulit, ita-type manual. Okay, next is ito, in yung ibang programming language ay ayaw yung apostrophe na yan. So tanggalin na lang natin, baka kasi mag-error, maging cause pa ng error. Then, okay, in this line of code, natatandaan nyo yung question mark. Okay, balik tayo dun sa presentation. Okay, so this one, yung question mark, yung prepared statement is one of that contains the placeholder, or yung question mark is the placeholder, okay, for dynamic values that we will be entering in our form. Okay, so kung ilan yung field na lalagyan natin ng values, ganun din yung placeholder. Okay, this one, tatanggalin ko na yung customer ID kasi siya naman ay auto-increment at hindi na natin kailangan mag-enter. So, ang lalagyan lang natin ng value ay yung name, age, address, and salary. So, 4 lang. So, name, age, then, sorry. Yan. Okay. So, next. Next line of code will be the try and catch. Okay. So, the same. Ito yung ating connection. This is our prepared statement. Okay. Then, we need to update, or we need to set string for our prepared statement pertaining to all the placeholder. Okay. So, to do that, pst dot set string, then what will be the okay, what will be the index. Okay, so this one is first placeholder is ang index niya ay 1, then followed by, then saan natin kukunin. So remember is dito tayo magi-input ng data. Okay, so what we will do, okay, we will just get the text from our text field. So txt name dot get text, then okay, next, para hindi ko na copy paste na lang, then edit 2 3 4, then edit ko to. Next is age, address, then salary. Okay, next, so apat din to. Next, we need to execute update. Remember, in our latter discussion, kapag insert, update, and delete, execute update. Okay, prepared statement, execute update ang gagamitin natin. Then, we will notify the user if it is successful or not. So, copy paste ko yung J option pane. Then, first parameter is null. Then, this one is added. The notification is added successfully. Okay. So, magpa-prompt yan. Okay? Next. Sige, try natin. May nakalimutan ako. Okay? Right after the try and catch, we need to call the table data function. Okay? Bakit? Kasi, kapag wala ito, hindi siya magre-reflect doon sa table. So, kung successful yung added successfully yung notification nyo, doon lang sa database, hindi na nakikita doon sa table. So, we need to have the show table data at the end, before the end of the code block for the button add action perform. Then, so let's try this code. Tingnan natin kung okay. Tignan nyo, nakita nyo, ito yung laman nung database natin. Okay. So, the address, okay, the customer ID, the name, the age, the address, then the salary. Okay. In our presentation, okay, so nasaan na tayo? Nandito na tayo. Okay, so This one, okay. Tignan muna natin kung run. Okay. I-keep it blank nyo muna yung customer ID. Okay. Then, Permaneho Ivan. Then, age 37. San Francisco. Gen 3. Yes. Cavite. Then, for example, 20,000. Then, once we click the add, okay, then added successfully. Ibig sabihin, nag-add na sa database. Once we click, okay, nagre-reflect dito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, tama yung ating code. Yun, congratulations. Okay? I hope na nasusundan nyo yung ating discussion. Okay? So, next. Okay? Okay. Sorry. Meron pala akong gagawin. I need to share this. Embed. Copy. Okay, code. See. Okay. Next. So, once we click new, i-clear niya lang. Okay? So, it's safe to say na pwede na nating tanggalin yung customer ID. Tama? Okay? Kasi, hindi naman kailangan natin mag-edit or mag-edit. Sorry. Hindi natin pala pwedeng tanggalin to kasi gagamitin natin siya sa edit and delete. Okay? So, maybe you just need to skip this when you are inserting or adding a record. Okay? So next. So far, so good. Okay? Next, we will be going to the edit function. Okay? So, yung edit function, okay, sorry. Okay. Yung edit function, what we need to do here is we will be executing the update statement from the SQL. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, iba na yung structure. Okay? Hindi niya siya placeholder. Okay? So, what I did is I concatenate each of the text field to the SQL scripts. Okay? To do that, okay? So, go to the button, edit button, then events, action perform. Okay? So, ito siya. Okay. So, ang gawin na lang natin ay yung copy paste hanggang show table data. Okay? Then, click, paste the copy code. Next is edit this as update. So, what we need to do is go to phpMyAdmin, then click the update. Then, copy this code. Walang Control C. O ngayon, pinapayagan ko kayong gumamit ng Control C and Control V dito lang sa coding. para mapadali yung typing. Okay? Next is this one, tanggalin natin yung mga apostrophe. Then later on na yung mga value -1, value -2 na yan. Okay? Ay, sorry. So, I hope nakikita nyo yung paano ko ba to okay. Teka ha, ayun, para malaki. Okay, so para nakikita nyo, kasi napansin ko sa screen ay maliit. Okay, alright, so kita nyo ba? Okay, kita naman, no? Alright, so next is lakihan ko lang yung ano, tanggalin natin yung mga apostrophe kasi minsan nagkakos siya ng error. Alright, so in here, okay, so this one we should, okay, tanggalin natin to. Okay, yung customer ID, then name should be concatenated with the txt name text field. So what we need to do is to delete the value 2, then double quote plus, then txt get txt name that get text value, then plus. Okay, so yan. Next, okay, another is don't forget to enclose this in a single apostrophe or the apostrophe. Okay, kasi this denotes that whatever we input in the text name text field should be converted into a string of character sa SQL. So kailangan natin ito apostrophe in SQL statement to convert whatever text that we input in the text field into a string character. Then the same. Okay. So technique, another technique is we just need to copy this one, then palitan natin dito yung value 3, then H, diba? So hindi na tayo nagta-type, minimal na yung typing natin. Next is value 4, paste there, then change this into address. Sorry, mali. Yan. Then the value 5. Then this one should be salary. Next, then the last is the where. So ano itong where SQL script? So ibig sabihin, this one is before siya mag-update ng employee, hahanapin nyo muna kung ano yung i-update natin na record. For example, kung whatever we type in the customer ID, okay, customer ID, yun yung i-update niya. Okay, so To do that, cost ID is equal to, then the same, paste, and then ID. ID. Okay, whatever I type in the text ID text field, okay, yun yung i-update niya. Then next, this one we should edit this. Okay, edit this. Okay, then to edit, sorry, it's delete pala. So delete this kasi nandun na instead of this one, ginagamit natin kapag may placeholder. Kinoncatenate na natin kung ano yung in-input doon sa text field, kinoncatenate na natin doon sa SQL statement. Okay. So, this one should be deleted. Then, PSD execute update. Then, notify the user. Okay. Inserted or updated successfully. Then others, yon. So check ko muna kung tama ba. Okay, so let's try. So run file. Okay, so let's edit the record, my record. So ang gawin lang natin, capital lang, Ivan. Then dito kailangan ay okay, yung customer ID ay kailangan may laman. Okay, yung name, age, address, and salary pwedeng wala, pwedeng empty. Okay, kasi kapag walang laman yung customer ID, mag-error. Ibig sabihin, ang pinaka-required dito ay yung customer ID. Okay, sa pag-update. Pag-insert naman, pwedeng wala. Okay, so General Trias Cavite. Yes, Cavite. Ayan. Then kunwari nag-increase na ang aking salary. Yay! Sana oil. Then once we click edit, okay, may error. So near 3,000. Okay. So may error daw. Ayun. Di pala na. Okay. Yan. So save. Run file. So 8. Terminator. Ivan 37 General Trias Cavite and 30,000. Then once we click edit, update successfully. Ayun, nakita nyo, nagbago. Okay, so that's the edit function. Then the last function that we need to do is the delete function. So ang gagawin naman ni delete function is we just need to enter the customer ID, then eventually hindi na pwede na nating hindi inputan yung mga text field. So yung customer ID lang, maglalagay tayo ng value doon sa customer ID, then pag kinlik natin yung delete button, magde-delete siya doon sa database at the same time doon sa table. Okay? So, then magno-notify siya kung deleted successfully or not. Okay? So, what we need to do is to right-click the button, events, action perform, then next. Dito ay, of course, copy-paste na lang. Copy, paste, then this one should be deleted. Okay. Okay. So, the same. Delete. Yan. Copy. Then, paste. Then, tanggalin ko to. Kasi, minsan, nagkakos ng... Okay. Yung were, okay, para hindi na ako mag-type, copy-paste ko na lang doon. Okay, where. Okay. Then, paste it here. Yan. So, whatever I type in text ID, text field, that will be deleted. Deleted successfully. Deleted successfully. Yan. So, that's it. So, let's try. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. So let's try to run the code. Okay. So for example, delete ko din yung record ko. Record